What's going on, guys and girls? So I've been a little MIA in the videos, only for the mere fact that we have so much stuff going on here, and it's project, and I'm jumping all over. Some projects require me to hop in, start up the car, set up the tune, make sure everything is good, hop out, and go do whatever else I've been doing, and that's almost like on repeat because we have so many projects here. So what I'm going to do here, right now I got to do some fabrication work. We have a downpipe that needs to be made, and we have a manifold, not one of our manifolds, but a manifold the customer dropped off that has some cracks in it, and I'm going to repair that. So, but basically, because I have been getting some messages, you know, hey, what are you doing? Where are the videos? I enjoyed them. Keep making videos. It's going to be a little bit more random, so random me jumping around. So like as of right now, I'm going to flip the camera around. Here's the manifold that I have to weld, and I got to plug that hole up, and there's a couple actually spots. So if you can see my camera, so if you can actually, under there, there's actually a little weld that was actually never welded, whoever made this. And then there's some cracks around, I know, the runners. I gotta find those cracks. And then we have one of our turbos here that is getting a downpipe made, so we're gonna make that up. We have it all jigged up with this motor, so this can go out. This is shipping out to a customer. This is, of course, for a B-series B-series dual cam 44/46 millimeter wastegate. I can't remember on the work order if we're doing a dump tube as well, but if so, we will get that knocked out. And I'm gonna start welding this, so I'll get some video of that. So, as I said, we're just jumping around. We're getting the parts out right now for this Type R, but we're doing an intercooler install. I believe we're doing an intake, and then ultimately it will be jailbroken, and I will be dyno tuning it. Now, our goal here is also to get some more video for our other media platforms. So, my other guy is going to be doing some stuff for TikTok today, and you can see the other boxes currently getting unboxed. As I just jump around and show you guys, and I'm probably now in his shot and video, so we're gonna be fighting over that. But yeah, so I'll be back on here. I'll cover this a little bit as he's doing it, but this is just more so, as I was saying in the intro part, you know, we have so much stuff going on here, and you know, it's hard for me, as my phone now is on the opposite side, it's hard for me to look at the lens when it's over there, but it's hard for me to keep jumping around from car to car to car to car, and also documenting it, and kind of knowing what to document. Like I said, I say it before, I'm not Steven Spielberg when it comes to the movies and how to edit them or whatever, but you know, I think a lot of guys just like the basic stuff, so this is what I'm going to show you guys. So I'm logging back and forth, and I almost forgot to document this one. So we documented this a while ago. This is an Austin America, I'm sorry, aka I call it an old school Mini. Now this has been here for a little bit, only for the mere fact that when it originally came in, it was supposed to be a somewhat simple project, let's just say. And you can see the cradle is down here. You can see the cradle, and that's what holds the motor. Now I'm going to tell you this. The cradle itself, which is around like $6,500, that didn't even fit correctly. It didn't, the motor mounts, the tabs had to be cut off and re-welded. And then on top of all that, so you can see this, you had the original pedal and the clutch setup that would just blast into the manifold. At one point, I actually cut a Skunk 2 intake manifold up, which, hold on one second. So I actually cut a manifold up because we were thinking, hey, we can just make it work and modify it. So you can see there. And of course that was not the case. That it didn't matter. No matter what we did, it wasn't going to work. So we had to eliminate the pedal assembly, and we have a whole custom pedal assembly we did with Willward products. You can see the lines going in there, and in here it's probably a cluster. Well, we had to make all new pedals. I'm not going to crawl in there, but I'll zoom in. And of course, when we do all that stuff, now we have to do some brake lines. So, well, I got a guy holding it. It's like, I don't know if you have a cat, but you know, if you got a cat at home and they bring in a bird or whatever you want to call it, a mouse or whatever the hell it is, I just turned to my right and he's showing me his old pedals here that he made. So he made the whole custom bracket though. They came out really, really nice. You can see everything underneath the dash. There you go. So you can see everything underneath the dash. And he still actually has, look at this, the original book. But the other thing that we're fighting issues with here, besides the brake stuff, this car actually runs on a negative, what is it, a negative ground system, or? I'm sorry, there you go. It's a positive ground setup. So realistically here, you know, could we make all his old wires work? Probably, but for how old they are, I just feel like it's going to be unsafe. So now we're going to have to make a harness for like the headlights and the tail lights. So this project, it's been one of those things where when you reach an accomplishment, then it's like, oh, now we got to face this, and now we got to face that. So it's been one thing after another with this one. I'll be happy when this one is ultimately, this one will be out of here soon. I'll be happy when the customer's driving it. And the background too on this customer, I don't know, I want to say he's around, we'll say he's around 70-ish. I don't know if I'm high or low, but he's an older guy, loves the design of these cars, but hated the mechanical side of it. So this is why we got a B series in there. And I will say, as I came back, because I forgot, this one will actually be on a Haltech 550 system that we do. Plug and play harness. Everything is completely plug and play. So if you're building one of these cars, either an Austin or a Mini, we have the ECU that will be all plug and play. And sooner or later, when we get to that point, I'll document on our channel too. So keep on following. So part of the stuff that people just don't see here on a daily basis is I have a routine where I have to go over all the e-tunes that I'm doing. So if you're not familiar with an e-tune, what an e-tune is, basically I can tune your car and you don't even have to be in the state. So right now I am in my office. I got my kids behind me with the picture. And what happens is if I can support your car and e-tune it, I send you the tune and then you send me data logs. So basically what I have in front of me right now is a data log from a customer that sent me it. And I'm going to go over everything, make sure everything looks good, make a couple changes up, and send it on back to him, and he'll do some more data logs, and we'll go through this process. Now, I will say the one thing about e-tuning is your car has to be, and any car, of course, when I'm tuning it, has to be 100%. The biggest thing is I don't have the car in front of me. So, when we do e-tuning, I send you all the info after you purchase it. If you're looking to have an e-tune done, just shoot us an email or message down below and we can help you out. I support anything from Honda, Haltech, Megasquirt, AEM when it comes to e-tuning. So if you're not local, it's just another option. I'm going to get back to doing this, and then we'll see what else is going on in the shop. So wrapping up this job right now, you can see the intercooler is nicely tucked behind there, and it is black, so you can't even tell. We tape up the headlights and the fender so we don't scratch them when we're taking the bumper on and off. We got the new Mitsumoto intake. We have the pipe down there, and I'm going to make sure I get out of his way. I don't want to slow him down. And on the Mini, I'm going to go back too, just because it's focused on this video. Give me 1 second. So what we're doing actually on this Mini, or Austin, is the old suspension was actually very interesting. It actually looked like I'll kind of say airbag suspension, but it wasn't. And the customer filled us in about the actual bags themselves. They used to be filled up with alcohol, some type of liquid, because he told me back in the day when they outlawed alcohol, people would take the liquid from the suspension and actually drink it. So we're up front here now, and you can see how it's converted over to a coil type spring, and we're making a bracket to go in the back right now so the bottom of the spring can hold. It's actually just a rough mock-up. Take it out. Yeah, there you go. And this actually will be cut on the CNC. We're just doing a quick mock-up right now on that, and once we get it to exactly how we want it, that will be cut. And of course, if you're doing one of these, we'll have those available, so the whole system is just, I almost said plug and play, but bolt-on affair. You do have to weld these boxes in here, which are not fun, and you have to grind that down. So some of these welds are grounded down. We welded the inside too a little bit. It's so it's getting there. You know, there's stuff that's not connected just as of yet, not ran like it should be. The brake lines are going to be all tucked up out of the way. You can still see things are loose, but that's what you're going to get to as I'm featuring some of this stuff in between. So as I sit here, I gotta hop in the Type R, and that's gonna be on the dyno shortly. Just waiting for them to finish up. We got a random Accord here that we're doing a case swap on, and I get to briefly eat a quick, I guess you can call it a snack, but this is my lunch. Some pistachios and some light Friendly Farms vanilla yogurt. Yum. So I'm gonna hop in this Type R really quick here. As soon as they're done and I can hop in, I'll be back. And I think we're gonna wrap the video up at that point. I'll be back. So the sun is still out, which is nice, and the time change will be nice. We are closed though, it is after hours, and now one of the benefits here of working here is you get to play with your own stuff after hours. So one of our techs here is, I don't know, I think he's doing a bolt check or something. I don't know. Look at that seat though. Your car's rolling. He must not have an e-brake either. But I don't know when the first drift event is. When's the first drift event?
March 30.
So March 30th. So we got that going on now after hours, and I am still working. I'll be right back. So I am inside the Type R now, and I will be jailbreaking it. And I will wrap this one up here, and ultimately it's got to go on the dyno. So we're running out of time for the day. As you can tell, if you can't tell, it's getting a little darker. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this little video of miscellaneous stuff we have going on in the shop. If you guys are liking these videos, please comment. Please give me feedback, because as I always say, feedback and motivation helps me. So if you guys are liking these little miscellaneous mix-up, mash-up videos, I will continue to do more. And there's a lot more stuff that goes on in a daily basis here that you do not see. Some of the stuff I can start covering too. If you're maybe interested in starting a business, that stuff might entertain you more so, because there's a lot of stuff involving the business that has to be done. That's about it, guys. Tell me if you like it. Give me some feedback. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night.